I am Dr. Ernest Adankwah. I am a lecturer at the Department of Medical Diagnosis, and I also work at a research institution in Ghana, which is Kumasi Center for Collaborative Research into Tropical Medicine. There I serve as the acting head of laboratories, and also I am a postdoctoral fellow. I served in the university as an assistant lecturer for 2 years. Then I was fully funded. I won a scholarship to study in Germany. The university is Heinrich Heine University in Germany. So I went there for 3.5 years for my PhD. And then I came back to Ghana to continue as a lecturer with my department and also work with KCCL. Yes.
So what are some of the projects you are currently working on?
So currently I'm working on a project that is titled, the short acronym of that is MAPTB. It is we are checking for the impact of co-infection on TB disease and how these co-infection will at least serve as factors that will lead to the progression of TB disease. So we are looking for this parasite named Manzonella pestans, and we are checking for pediatric patients who are co-infected with these parasites and see how they are susceptible to TB disease and its progression. Okay, so I'm working on a project titled MAPTB. We are looking for the effect of parasitic co-infection on TB disease progression. So the parasite of focus is called Manzonella pestans. It's a common parasite that is endemic in most areas in Ghana. And we want to find out a lot of factors, including geographic and also immunological parameters that may play a role in TB disease progression among these co-infected individuals.
And how do you think these translate into the developmental agendas in Ghana?
Well, I think in the SDG goals, the main key is that we have to provide optimal health conditions among individuals in Ghana. And here in this project, our aim is to try and identify factors that will aid in diagnosis and also improve treatment outcome of TB patients. So if you identify individual markers or biomarkers that will help best identify these individuals, it will serve of great importance in treatment therapies and outcome for these patients. So we hope we come up with something novel that will help in treatment. Yeah.
So come out there.
Yes, I think it's in Ghana, I think we are limited in so many ways. Okay, I think in previous years it was a bit bad, but I think as time have gone and we've had a lot of people, diasporans, who have come down to establish their own groups and all of that, and it has actually helped build competencies and capacities. Yeah, so if you compare our training, let's say foreign training, as to just opposed to what we have here, I think they are advanced in terms of having the right equipment and the state-of-the-art facilities, and also they're able to build because of they have access to a lot of fundings that can that can translate in various research and implementation agendas. But in our side, we have the major challenge we have in Ghana is also having funding, sources of funding that can help build the competencies that we need. So, and also having the right structures in place that can help develop a young scientist who is coming up. These, we're a bit behind in those because we still have to struggle to obtain the fundings that we need and the right structures to help come up with hypotheses that we can test out and translate to our clinical settings. Yes. Okay, so I work with KCCL, and I'm a postdoctoral and also acting head of labs. And at KCCL, we have a lot of collaborators. Mainly, majority of them are German collaborators. And I had the opportunity to work with Mark Jacobsen in Heinrich Heine University. So currently, he is the main PI, a collaborating PI from Germany, and he is the one we are collaborating it with the Mansonella pestilence project in Ghana. And we also have close collaboration with Dr. Yulia Seifert. She is also a PD and also a medical doctor who is working on T1D. We also have a shared and common project with her, working on the effect of immunological parameters in type 1 diabetes immunopathology. Yes, so during my PhD, I came up with a standardized assay. We call it the 2-hit assay. We found out that the normal quantiferon, or a diagnostic test that is being used to diagnose mycobacterial disease infection, was not so sensitive when it comes to people living in an endemic country. So we tried to improve on that diagnostic test, and that was what I developed in my PhD. So I developed what we call the 2-hit assay, and that 2-hit assay had close to 90 to 96% sensitivity as compared to the standard quantiferon assay. And if you bring it here, it will serve as the best diagnostic tool to identify mycobacterial infections. So actually I learned these skills, and already we've incorporated these assays in our standard assays to help better detect mycobacterial infections. So I can say that we benefited from the training we had outside, and also we are helping at least in TB management and control in Ghana. Okay, so I think what I would say is that I really enjoyed the field trips that we had as a team, and as a team in the lab. There was at least every year we had some fun field trips, and we had to go outside to either play golf or also swimming lessons and all of that. And I think I enjoyed my time in Germany. And it was always a fun time because we got to meet several groups, and we had discussions and also informal discussions, and we built collaborations from there. So it was something I always cherished when it was time for us to go for these field trips. Yeah, just to move away from the stress of the work. Yes, so I think that there are so many questions in regards to research that are unanswered because we've not begun to explore them as African scientists. But when we get the skills and we have the opportunity to receive some form of fundings, they will really help in translating what we find and making it a global, applying it globally to depending on the questions that we are asking. So I will encourage that. We need, Africa needs to find a way to build its own capacity. It has to find a way to standardize its operation in regards to research. And we need support from everyone. So it can't just be limited to one person. But so for those outside, I know funding is challenging and the climate is a bit challenging. But I think that once we have people who have learned and they have the competency and they are willing to stay and build other competencies, there will be an improvement if it's not just left with just few individuals, but we had a cohort, let's say hundreds, thousands of cohorts coming together and putting their head together to try and build certain standards that can translate research into the clinical setting. That will be something that we are hoping for. So we need everybody to come on board. We can't leave it to us alone. So we invite them that they should come.